I may have gone to a fake China. If you consider China a developing country, what is our country then? This is the profound question asked by a French blogger when he first traveled to China, because Western media have long slandered China's poverty and backwardness. This also makes DaEtienne, who has been influenced by foreign media for a long time, have many wrong perceptions about China. But this trip to China completely changed his perception. He finally realized how ridiculous those previous prejudices were. Friends, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I never imagined that China would be so beautiful.
Les gars, moi qui pensais que la Chine c'est encore un pays en développement. Wesh!
The video begins. DaEtienne's trip to China begins with his arrival in Shanghai. Just called the car on my phone. When the reserved taxi arrives, the black guy's eyes immediately widened in surprise. Hiring a taxi in China. The interior space is so spacious for a 2-meter tall man like him. It's almost as comfortable as first class. It was, I would say, the most spacious space I had ever experienced since I was born. Then he arrived at a 1-star hotel booked in advance. Just stepped through the door. Once again, he was struck by what he saw. Whether it's design style or subtlety, experiences are specially designed for guests. The rooms are spacious and well-equipped. He couldn't help but exclaim admiration if he was abroad. It has long been a top existence in star hotels. The next morning, the blogger and his companions set off for the next city, Beijing, 6:15 a.m., when they are ready to fill their stomachs before leaving, but was told that breakfast would take half an hour to be ready. It seems that this hearty breakfast can only be given up. And then they took the Chinese high-speed train to the next stop. DaEtienne has both expectations and concerns about the high-speed rail space. After all, as a travel blogger who is 2.8 meters tall, tired of the limitations of space, when they are about to leave, there was an unexpected incident. Blogger's height is too tall, almost hit his head at the door. Leave the hotel and walk to the train station. The suitcase his friend was dragging also bothered him, because they still have to walk through a very sloping sky street to reach the station. In heavy rain, the group dragged their suitcases with difficulty towards the station. The blogger complimented the camera on a very thoughtful detail in China at this time. That is when foreign tourists come to China for tourism. Just carry your passport to complete the check-in. He entered the station with his passport when going to your own carriage. The blogger lamented that China's high-speed rail recently set a new world speed record. France's TGV has long been left far behind. However, after boarding the train, he was once again amazed by the spacious carriage. He was so tall that he didn't feel crowded in business class. You can even lie down and rest completely. Witness this scene. The blogger had the idea of living in China for a long time.
Faire le ramadan. Désolé, Yaz, mais j'ai faim.
The train moved smoothly and quickly, entered the urban areas of Beijing. The whole trip can be said to be very comfortable. The blogger is looking forward to the upcoming new journey because the destination of this trip is a place he has dreamed of countless times since he was a child. That's the Great Wall, which, like him, is a giant wonder. He couldn't help but add, the Great Wall is not only one of the most magnificent ancient structures on Earth. Even astronauts can see the Great Wall clearly from far away in space. He admitted that although he could not walk the entire 3,000 kilometers on foot, but to be able to climb the Great Wall in person. Witness this wonder of the world with your own eyes. A dream come true for him. Now they are at the foot of the Great Wall. Snow is falling in the sky. There are few pedestrians to be seen along the way. The driver warmly handed over a huge umbrella. The blogger sighed with emotion that this moment seemed to be in a world far away from the hustle and bustle. When you first enter the gate of the scenic spot, and all the other tourists were looking in the same direction. After all, as a foreign tourist who has exceeded 2 meters in height, it's hard not to be in the spotlight. although there were psychological expectations beforehand. But when climbing the Great Wall, the two were still in shock. Standing on top of the Great Wall, looking out over the winding ancient city walls, the Great Wall in the snow seems to have a unique charm. So they decided to take the cable car up the mountain. The blogger looked at the white scene outside the window. "I feel calm and content." He lamented that if there could be a log cabin next to it, that would be perfect. The Great Wall used to be a grand project built to defend against foreign enemies. Now it has become the link between the world. DaEtienne lamented that he never imagined that he would be able to witness the Great Wall with his own eyes in this life. Standing on the snowy Great Wall, he was so excited. It's like going back in 700 AD, transformed into an ancient soldier guarding the border. Originally, there were slides here to assist you in going down the mountain. It made him feel sorry, but unfortunately, it is closed due to snow. They had to walk down the stairs step by step. After the Great Wall tour, the blogger and his party rushed to the airport quickly. At 5 in the morning, they have already arrived at Beijing Daxing International Airport. The airport looks particularly beautiful in the morning light. The blogger has renewed his expectations for the follow-up journey. After boarding the plane, the blogger noticed that the airplane seats are very spacious, and he can actually extend those 2-meter legs. For his height, it's an evangelical experience, and you can enjoy it for only 200 euros. The blogger couldn't help but sigh that it was too cost-effective. For a tall person like me, this is the ideal seat. That's great. Upon arrival, the blogger was once again pleasantly surprised. He paid only 20 euros to book a limousine with lounge chairs, and the car is also equipped with a massage seat. He couldn't help but lamented that it was impossible to imagine enjoying such treatment in France. Vehicles are driving slowly on the streets of Chongqing in the rain. He originally knew nothing about the city. Learned that Chongqing is home to more than 34 million population. That's almost half the population of France. They decided to taste Chongqing specialties in the city center first. The streets of Chongqing are bustling with energy. All kinds of snack stalls are endless. All kinds of signs dazzled him. Every step feels new. The blogger walks through the crowd with an umbrella, although being watched. But they realize that people are just curious, no malice. After all, blogger's height is so eye-catching. Just at this moment, a sign ahead caught DaEtienne's eye. A store where even the owner doesn't know what to sell. It's just so much fun. And they walked into a tower. The blogger found that there are passages up and down. It's like being in a labyrinth. The three-dimensional urban structure of Chongqing opened his eyes. Lights, crowds, and noise intertwined into a moving picture. He didn't know where to look. It's like falling into a real science fiction movie. Next, he plans to clock in Chongqing's internet celebrity landmark. Stop by and experience the local subway. Chongqing's subway is clean and quiet. The Naruto-themed car is very cool. They came to the famous light rail crossing residential building attractions. It was amazing to see the train pass through a residential building. It almost upended his perception of the city. And here's what's interesting. Next to it is the same mini model made by Lego. When visiting, an enthusiastic uncle took the initiative to take a photo with him. After they bid farewell to the uncle, planning to return to the hotel for a break, come to a pre-booked hotel. The staff told them the room was on the 56th floor. The moment I opened the door, the young man was immediately taken aback. And in the middle of it was a giant bathtub. Out the window is the night view of the whole city, as if it was designed specifically for them. Make the bloggers eager to jump in and take a shower. Experience taking a bath in the city sky. The room configuration is very elegant. The facilities are amazing. The bathroom is equipped with a smart toilet and double wash basin. It also comes with a high-end hair dryer. You can even watch big screen movies in bed. What surprised him the most was very cost-effective. Nightfall. Chongqing's cyberpunk style is on full display. Bell towers, neon signs, giant billboards, and these unique buildings make him feel as if he is in the future world. He had never seen such a cityscape. It was always thought that China was still in the development stage. But the scene in front of him completely turned his cognition upside down. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I never imagined that China would be so beautiful.
De ma vie, les gars. Moi qui pensais que la Chine c'est encore un pays en développement. Wesh! Bon Yad, on va profiter de la vue un peu. Là, on va aller se décontracter. On va aller découvrir la vie nocturne de Chongqing.
A new day officially begins. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. They head first to the heart of the city center. The goal is to experience a high-altitude challenge. The original plan was to walk on the glass boardwalk at the top of the skyscraper. Unfortunately, the weather was bad, and the planking road was temporarily closed due to rain. They can only go to the viewing platform instead. Brief experience of standing on transparent glass. Looking down, it seems to be hanging in midair. The blogger immediately felt dizzy. In the evening, they decided to experience the night scenery of Chongqing. Tried a high-altitude challenge. Prepare to push your limits in the dark. After wearing complete safety gear, Dean stands on the edge of a skyscraper, looking down on the lights of the city from a commanding height. At that moment, he seemed to transform into a dark night messenger. He once again felt the madness and charm of the city from the bottom of his heart. He excitedly pointed to a tall building in the distance. That's the hotel where they were staying. Blogger's China tour comes to an end. Finally, all the challenges were successfully completed. The stunning night scenery brings the journey to an end.